Today I want to break down powerful statements made by Fred Matiang'i, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Eugene Wamalwa. Just a day after Gen Z protests shook the whole world. They're accusing the government of using goons to help the police attack innocent protesters and even kill them. Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMtv Kenya, the home of truth, real talk, and fearless conversations. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep and honest analysis. And if you've not watched the end of my videos, kindly go back and watch at least 1 or 2 videos. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many videos on social media referring how the government used the goons to beat Gen Zs on the streets, and they were pitting them together with police officers. Take a minute and watch this.
Whatever is happening here is very interesting because we're seeing a group of what we could refer to as gangs and goons using clubs, and they're beating someone right in front of police officers. Police officers are not doing anything. In fact, as you can see, they're driving away. Now, there have been questions about the identity of these people who have been identified as goons, and who the questions are, who is arming them, and why do they have such power to beat civilians right in front of police officers? So the question is, who are these men and why are they moving with so much command? As you can see, they're still beating
This is very sad, especially when the government is exposed like this. The government young people voted for. The government, nobody was able to convince those who voted for this government. Yesterday, thousands of youths, mainly Gen Z, took to the streets to protest against the government, and their message was clear. The message to the government was to stop corruption, stop killing young people, and listen to the people. In Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisii, Nakuru, and Eldoret, and other parts of this country, the streets were full. While most protests were peaceful, chaos started when police and unknown men in plain clothes attacked the protesters. You've seen the video. By the end of the day, at least more than 10 people had been killed, others beaten badly. The videos and eyewitnesses showed police shooting live bullets. Human rights groups like Amnesty International and IPOA condemned this act and said that the police used too much force. But today, things became even more serious. This morning, Fred Matiang'i, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Eugene Wamalwa held a press conference. They accused the government of using criminals, or we call them goons, to attack Gen Z protesters. Fred Matiang'i, who was once the Interior CS, said this is not a normal policing. It's a clear sign that the government is trying to silence the young people using fear, violence, and bloodshed. Kalonzo also said that the government must take full responsibility for the killings. He said what happened was planned attack on young Kenyans who are only doing what the Constitution is allowing them to do. He also went ahead and mentioned that they are considering taking the case to ICC. if justice is not done those families that were affected. Eugene Wamalwa said something shocking, that some KDF officers and police officers were working hand in hand with these ones. According to Eugene Wamalwa, this was all part of a secret plan to punish protesters and protect the real criminals in power. But in my previous analysis, I mentioned and told you that the government is planning with Goons to attack Gen Zs who are going to take different streets. And it happened, it has been revealed out, and the government right now is in fear because they don't know what's going to happen. Saba. This is going to be deadly. And this is going to make the government regret what they did yesterday. Yes, there are videos showing men without uniforms but holding guns. They're walking side by side with police officers. Some of them were seen beating young people. They were seen shooting and even arresting protesters and taking them to police vehicles. These people were not wearing police IDs, or they had no patches showing that they are police officers. Human rights bodies have said that this proves the government is using unofficial forces to silence the Kenyans, something that it is illegal and dangerous to the country. I want to say that this is more than just police violence. It's about trust, it's about leadership and the future of our country. If the government is really using wounds to kill its own people, it means they fear the people's voice. It also means that peaceful protest is no longer safe in this country. People are now afraid of both police and the strangers hiding behind them. This alone destroys public trust. The youths, especially Gen Z, are already angry. Now they are hurt, they are mourning and looking for justice. This kind of violence can push the country into more protests and even more bloodshed if it is not stopped. The president needs to find a way on how to unite Kenyans, on how to unite young people, on how to unite Gen Z. If he's not looking for a solution, then this country will be experiencing demonstrations from young people. And remember, these people, most of them are jobless. They have nothing to lose. But there are so many properties that were destroyed. Millions of money were destroyed. And the government is watching instead of looking for a solution. If this continues every week, every month, Kenya is going to be a country that no investor will never come to do business here. The leaders want justice. They are calling for full investigation. They are calling for arrest of officers who were involved in killing and the formation of an independent commission. Kalonzo, Matiang'i and the team say that if nothing is done, they will take the matter to ICC, that's international courts. I want to tell you that this could also change politics in this country. Gen Z is not only protesting right now, they are registering to vote. They are organizing on social media and demanding new leaders who can listen to them. If the government continues to use forces, it may lose support from young people, especially from young people and first-time voters in this country. On the other hand, if the government is going to listen, and if the government continues punishing the guilty and protects peaceful protesters, it may begin to build trust again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that the statements have been made today by Fred Matiang'i, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, show that this is not just youth movement. It's becoming a national movement of change. And these leaders are standing with the people, and more are joining this thing. The country is watching, and the world is also watching. As Matiang'i said, if we allow killing of our children to continue, we will lose this country. That's a strong warning to the president. This is the time for truth, action, and unity. If you care about this country, about your future, and about justice, now is the time to speak. Don't just watch. Comment below, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is the platform where your voice matters. Goodbye, stay tuned, and wait for the next analysis.